Welcome, everyone, to the Turn TV episode number 2. Today, we are highlighting mothers in the workplace. I know how difficult it can be balancing being a business owner and having children, and so I'm so grateful for these ladies. And now we will introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Wendy Baker. I'm the owner, founder, miracle maker of Space Jam. And we're a cannabis edible company here in California. I'm from Humboldt County, and I have 2 boys. I have a 20-year-old and a Treyu, and a 7-year-old named Hezekiah. And I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bree with Catalyst. I manage all of the brands on our shelves. I have 2 children, a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old at home, and I want to thank Turn for having me out.
My name is Bree. I am the owner and founder of Turn. I have a 3.5-year-old little boy named Hunter and a 1-year-old baby girl named Harper.
I'm Korinna. I have a 7-year-old little girl named Emmy, and I am currently a general manager for our Bellflower Catalyst location.
Hi guys, I'm Becky, and I am owner and founder of Your Highness. We are cannabis and clothing. Thank you, Turn, for having me here as well. I have 3 boys, a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old at home.
We are in it.
Yes.
Some of us, we are in it. The trenches of motherhood.
Well, I got into the cannabis industry with my husband. I met him in 2011, and he was already growing flower. He's from Northern California, and so he was doing it with his dad, and he was doing it with his friends, and coming down to LA and selling it to the stores. And so when we got together, I started doing it with him, started growing with him, and we had decided that it was time to start making a name for ourselves. We decided to start branding as Your Highness, and it really took off from there, especially in the medical days when we were able to have our name on our flower. Like, we built up a amazing fan base, and everybody loved the flower, so we joined forces with his twin brother Jason, and we made Your Highness clothing. And so that our clothing has been doing exceptional. We're in 700 Zoomies locations throughout the entire United States, Germany, Canada.
That's awesome.
Wow.
We're in Spencer's. We have our own website, and we're just doing so many cool things that there is a big limitation with cannabis being federally illegal. We're able to do really creative and cool things with a cannabis clothing company. So that's where we started, and hopefully we just keep growing and keep getting better and keep fucking feeding the weed and the clothing to the people.
Weed in the clothing.
I love that so much, Becky.
That's so cool. All right. It's actually a long story, but I'm gonna keep it short. I got into it by chance. This was 10 years ago, so this is now my 10th year officially in the cannabis industry.
Oh, wow.
So that's exciting for me. So how it started was I was actually out of work temporarily, and my brother's best friend had started his own dispensary. And at that time, it was just delivery. Very few people we would allow to actually come into the shop. And it was just me and him at the very start of it. I knew the administrative side. He knew about all the weed stuff at the time. And I just wanted to jump into it with him. I actually worked for free for the first few months just to kind of learn everything I could. And then as soon as we actually started making a profit, then I lived off of tips temporarily. So that was pretty cool to watch it grow from being just a company that was just me and him in the beginning to about 20 employees. And now he's actually the GM of our El Monte location.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Like full
So
circle.
cool.
Yeah, it just kind of came full circle, and he actually pulled me into this industry, so I give him a lot of credit for that. And, I kept going with it. He took a temporary break. After it went, after the 215 days, you had to have a storefront attached to your delivery service, so we kind of had to shut that down. It was sad, but look it, now we're still here. We're doing this, and keep moving forward. So yeah, that's how I started.
That's great. Similar to Becky, my husband and I had zero experience in the cannabis space. We have always been entrepreneurs, from real estate to car rentals to very passionate about creating brands, but we hadn't. And we had some friends who owned retail stores, and we decided if we could create a brand and a product, that they would put it on their shelves. And that was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, that we really made that commitment, and we started doing the research. Decided we were going to have a cannabis vape pen, and throughout the research, we have led to this device called the Pod Pack. We have brought on other partners with amazing cannabis experience in the industry, and they have helped us open doors. And my hope is that we are making an impact in the industry, just doing things different. Everything that we do from a creative standpoint, like we're so focused on how the consumer feels, building community, really educating the consumer, trying to get away from maybe the stigma of other OG kind of cannabis brands. And so my husband and I really kind of work together like yin to yang. He is big picture and creative, and he is involved in anything that the consumer sees and feels, whereas my brain is so detail oriented, and every little piece of that equation making his big picture ideas come to fruition. So I am typically behind the scenes putting out fires on the daily, legal, accounting, compliance, creating the infrastructure, policy, and procedure. So I'm typically just in the background and building that foundation to hopefully really grow this brand. Where we get really excited is to enter other verticals. We just launched an e-commerce hemp product. We are tapping into beverage, and similar to Becky's company, we love apparel, and we just love that lifestyle brand. And so that's where we're also trying to tap into. So that's Turn.
My daughter loves her sweater.
Oh,
she calls it her
excited.
socks. Like
Yeah,
going
I'm
on
gonna
the
get
inside is
I'm
knit
gonna get
on.
all of your children
Yes.
Oh
some
my
Turn
gosh.
swag.
Yes.
So
So-
amazing. So cute.
Yeah, the velvet on the inside.
It's so cozy. So that makes us so happy to hear.
Oh,
That's Turn.
I have been in cannabis retail since I was 18 years old. I always, smoked weed growing up. I was really excited once I started to see shops popping up in Long Beach. Similar to you, when I first started, I was getting paid in bud, not for free, but with weed. Kind of just seeing everything all the loopholes we've had to jump through all the Prop 215 days into the shitty one we're in now, and just kind of seeing how recreational cannabis has made such a huge change every single year. We're dealing with so many different new issues, so many different new products coming, to the market. So I'm excited to see on where the next couple of years is going to take this industry. But yeah, I've been retail, pretty much touched every single part of retail cannabis you can think of.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's all. Now the Space Jam kicked in. That's what's up right there. Okay, sorry.
Right,
about that.
I love it.
I was like, this is why I did it.
My name is Wendy Baker. I first got into cannabis, obviously. I love smoking, so I totally smoked all through high school and stuff like that. After high school, I went on a fish tour and to see the band, and traveled all the way up to Northern California, and picked up a hitchhiker, and they said that this is what they do for a living. They grow weed, and they get to trim weed, and they get paid, and it's was amazing to me. So I moved to Humboldt County, and it's been part of my life for the last 22, 23 years. I first started with a house and having 2 lights, and then going to 4 lights, 6 lights, 10 lights, 12 lights, and just growing. I love growing cannabis. I love the flowers. It smells so good. I really, really miss it, especially when I go to gardens. But I realized that Prop 64 was going to happen, and I needed to, I wanted to be a part of it, and I wanted to keep my job in cannabis, and I realized that I could make little candies that take you to space and look like little gems. And if I was the candy lady, no one can be mad at the candy lady, because I'm gonna say it. So to grow weed and sell pounds to guys sometimes sucks. I just want to say, on the traditional market side, that was not the best part. You'd have to call a girl's boyfriend or and being a girl to grow weed, it was a lot. So, but I'm if you make candy, no one's going to be upset with you. No guy's going to, whatever, no girl's going to be upset with the candy lady, and they'll eat the candy too. And yeah, oh my God, that sounded so bad.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, so then I created Space Jam, and I'm on my 11th year, and I love my job. I love cannabis so much, and I love eating Space Gems, and really helps me. And just to give a better quality of life can sometimes be really hard. And if I can make a difference in someone's life and give them joy, and especially being a mom, I don't want to go grocery shopping sometimes. I don't even want to fold laundry, but love is in the laundry. And so you eat that Space Gem and you just fold it and you put it away. You know what I mean? And either do the dishes or be present. And so, yep, I guess that's my cannabis journey with my mom journey of how
so
I got
perfect.
into it, Yep. So
Story of my life.
Sounds like I need a Space Jam.
I'm sorry.
Space Jam, your girl will eat the candy.
Candy girl.
Love it.
Well, yeah, seriously, to call a guy and be like, hey, I have pounds, or to bring him over. I feel I understand the other side too, hey, why are you helping her? Or hey, we're going out to dinner. Just the hustle of selling weed is a lot. So, yes.
Oh, I get it. When I was delivering, oh man, I was in some really crazy situations because these people weren't expecting a girl to show up delivering their weed. I had everything in a little side backpack, and I just have it right there, and I'd be in all these different spaces, and there's creepy people, and then there's also people that want to try and take advantage, and maybe try to rob you because they think that you can because you're a woman. It's just sometimes a little bit more scary, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
No one's going to rob the candy lady.
It has changed a lot from the Prop 2 15 days to now, though. Women were only in the industry for eye candy purposes or less than, or that was the only thing they brought to the table. So now to see how many women-owned brands there are, all the different positions women are in, I think it's really nice, because before it was all men ran dispensaries and a bunch of 18-year-olds. But hey, that's how we got started.
Yeah.
For a long time, I hid who I was. I was on it was called YHLA Crew, because I didn't think people would take me seriously, and I didn't think they would buy weed from a girl. So, and then finally when that page got deleted by Instagram or something, and I was just I'm just going to show who I am. I'm going to show my face, and this is actually a women-owned brand. You've been buying weed from a girl.
So
I love it.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that we get scared?
Yeah.
Just intimidating.
It's
I think it's such a
intimidating.
male or a male-dominated industry that you always feel you're the dumb broad walking in that doesn't know what they're talking about, especially in my position dealing with all these guys trying to sell me their stuff. Okay.
Yeah. And so because I don't have the cannabis experience that you guys do, being new to this, a lot of the men also, it still kind of feels like the Wild West sometimes. I have pretty extensive corporate background, and so sometimes I'm dealing with these guys that they don't understand from their one idea, how many steps have to happen on the back end to actually make that a reality. And I know I'm sitting amongst women who get that, but it's challenging trying to kind of wrangle in men within the industry.
Yeah.
You know?
Putting all the details together.
Yeah.
But truthfully, that's cannabis as a whole, because before you used to bring your pound to the shop and they would buy it. Now it's like, oh, you have to go do the test, then you have to go to the distro, and you have to do that. So there's like they've added extra steps to our industry.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I miss the turkey so much.
I know.
I miss the jars. We didn't have to worry about all that.
You could
like
smell it, you could see it. Oh, it was.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Others,
It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Just getting huge like slabs
Yeah.
and having to half gram and gram them out.
We were talking about that, like the difference that like it has made to looking back at like some of the shit I used to dab. Oh my God, it was so disgusting.
Oh, yeah, the black.
Shatter.
I know. Like,
You'd go into a shop and you'd be like, oh, it's Thursday. You get 2 dabs before you leave. I'm like, trying to catch my breath before I drive off. Fuck. I've seen people pass out from it.
Oh, yeah.
Butane soup.
butane soup.
Yeah. And now it's just, it's changed
It was
so
black.
much. I know.
know,
And
that's
like
what I said, it was
crumble
black.
was like the best. And
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Or we like used to take out the nail, out the skillet. We didn't
Yeah.
even know what
Oh my
temperature it was.
we're like,
I
you
was
want it
like,
to be
oh,
red.
really? Oh my
You want it
God.
to be really red.
I don't think my throat has like still healed.
No.
It's like actually like a thing.
I am still terrified from like those few bong rips when I was, I don't know, 15, 16. So,
Where
wow.
it feels like you'll never stop coughing.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Didn't
Here's
think
my
I was ever
love.
coming back to reality.
I had a couple of those moments.
Yep.
I had a couple.
It's always good to elevate.
Yeah.
Always good to elevate, change the mind a little bit.
Oh, I totally agree.
Come
It
back
puts me
down.
like back. I see myself acting a little crazy, and then I have a little space jam. I'm like, okay,
No.
nice, mommy's back.
There you go.
I know. It's hard to control.
And then your children are just hilarious.
Yeah, you're like watching them, like, what the fuck? These
You
little
just start
crazy
laughing.
kids.
I'm
Yeah.
like, everything she says to me is funny. So
Okay.
it's like, you are so funny.
That's love, right?
Yeah.
It's love because
She
it's
loves
telling
it 'cause
them.
she wants to do more. And
Yes,
all right,
yes.
well,
And you're like having an imagination. You can play with
Yeah.
them.
Mm.
Like them building on it. you know?
Patience.
Patience. Oh,
Yeah.
sure. I'll make you another dinner. For sure. No problem.
You
I
want
just
another
want you to
snack?
eat.
Let's both have another.
Yeah.
So,
It's fun. Makes things
Yeah.
more fun.
you know, it
Coloring.
does.
I'm like, look how
I know.
beautiful,
Okay.
honey.
I know.
And then she'll look at mine. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, thank you.
I really need some space gems, guys. I need to feel this calm and grounded.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I think it really does make me a better mom.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like 100% agree. I could not. Yeah.
It's just hard doing 5 million things, always feeling like I'm not getting anything done. So then just to take that little bit of edge off and just allow me to get through my day feeling not as stressed out.
Yeah.
More manageable too. I don't
Mm.
like things that get me too up. Like those THCV. Ooh. I've had some of those and I just get like all weird.
It's like you got to go work out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you actually feel calm and grounded with your children.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the dream.
It's, we love them. We want them to know we love them.
Yes.
I know.
Even though we
I don't want
work.
her to always feel like I'm frustrated with her, upset or stressed.
Yeah.
So-
Because work's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like managing 30 people, like as you said,
Like
you
I have
know,
30 children.
you have 30 children. Yeah. Maybe you like it's not, but you want to give them the same love too, because like they're helping and like forwarding your career, and you know you have dreams and aspirations too, you know, and so yeah,
Exactly.
they need to be there because you don't want to do their job too, you know, like
I can't make it happen by myself. So
yeah, you just can't do it all by yourself. So we need to give that love back,
definitely.
totally, and then not have it affect our parenting style with our kid, you know, and not be short and yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that balancing act is really challenging. Like when I'm with my kids, I want to be there and be present, but then my brain's still stressed about the day or the things I didn't get done, or focused on what I'm going to do when after they fall asleep, and that's even if I don't fall asleep with them because I'm so exhausted. And so, yeah, that it doesn't feel like balance is even attainable right now. Like when you are a business owner and you're in a startup and you're grinding, and it's very challenging to balance right now.
Yeah, like how do you do it? Like do you like do a schedule? Do you do like a routine? Like I homeschool my 7-year-old. So I like totally losing it sometimes. So like, but I really just got to do a schedule and set those times. Like, so I don't, yeah, but you have like little ones. I have a 7-year-old. So like, I know you have like, you know, littler ones and they need more attention. They actually, you have to dress them,
Yeah.
you know, like change their diaper, you know? Yeah. So.
Yeah, the demands are hard, and I don't compartmentalize well. Like my brain doesn't really shut down. All those tabs are always open.
I know.
And so having little ones, I'm still nursing. I have a 1-year-old baby girl, so still breastfeeding. So morning and night, and often throughout the night. So then the next day, I'm dealing with the exhaustion, and it's a pretty interesting time. I always try to remind my husband that I feel like, hey, we're in the trenches of business. Like we're building this brand, and we're also like in this time that we're never going to get back. We have to do our best to slow down and really be present with our children. But that's also really challenging most days because of the exhaustion, because of everything that's on your plate. And yeah, it's just.
I feel like I'm going to be tired forever.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Just forever.
I didn't feel like it was that bad with Emma, but with Richie, it's been like, I just never sleep anymore. I feel like my mind doesn't shut off enough for me to really get like a good, like anything longer than 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm waking up every hour, make sure he's still alive. Okay, cool. You can go back to bed. But always just thinking about everything I forgot to do, everything I need to do throughout the week, the days, the months. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I take phone calls and stuff when my kids are sleeping, or I can see them outside playing. Like I'll do my emails.
Yep.
But another thing that I do is I take 2 to 3 hours every Tuesday and Friday of my days, and I go volunteer at their school. So they see me in their classroom. They see me like mommy's, because my mom, she volunteered at my school sometimes, and it meant so much to me. So like they could see that I'm taking time out of my day and out of my work, and I'm coming and I'm paying attention and reading to the kids and doing everything that the kids in their classrooms need for a couple hours. And I feel like that makes a big impact on them and something that they really like to do with mom.
Oh my God, because you know you're not going to take the phone call.
I know, exactly.
That's like really, that's it, because you like took those, you know.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. And they can't even, you're like, I'm not even going to take it even if I'm here.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that's amazing. That's beautiful that you do that.
That is so beautiful. And I feel like when you actually mentally really commit, like, hey, my phone's, I can't take phone calls. I can't take emails. Like, I need to be here for the next few hours. Like, it's so impactful for the children. And even this week, I've been working so much. And so even I said, you know what, we're not going to your actual school today. And I took him down to like a mommy and me outdoor. It's called the Ecology Center in San Juan Capistrano, but it was amazing, and just had 3 hours with him on a farm, strawberry picking, feeding chickens. And it was like, this is perfect for my nervous system. Like I needed this time with him, time outside to just reconnect with like myself and my family and kind of reprioritize. Like, of course, you know, business, we need to provide for our family, but like just switching those priorities a little bit. So I love that you do that. The 2 to 3 hours a week is
It's really
huge.
hard. It's definitely hard.
Yeah.
I feel like since I've at least started with Catalyst, I've never let my phone die. I can't.
Yeah.
I have to be available.
Bree might be calling.
Well, that's true.
You better not let that phone die.
Yeah, have to. Got to keep it on. Yes.
I've also started the like 2 to 3 hours during the week because the weekends are just so hectic. And so for working from home, I'm like, I can work on a Saturday and Sunday. I can work early mornings, late nights, but kind of those afternoons, like just to have one a week where I feel I'm giving her all my attention. I really, really have been very mentally happy with that. And I think also for your mental health, just getting out, working from home, sometimes it's so easy for me to just get locked down and always be in work mode. So I kind of need to shake myself out of my comfort zone and go walk through a park, go strawberry picking, go do some fun stuff with the kids. They love it.
Love.
Yeah.
That's also something that we've all admitted we like to kind of be behind the scenes, but, you know, our husbands or men, they often go to work, they have their structured day, but it's like we've all just shared that like, hey, we're up in the middle of the night nursing our baby, and if I can't go back to sleep, I'm on my computer, I'm sending emails, I'm getting caught up. You're waking up early, you're staying up late, and so it's just this balancing act that sometimes doesn't exist. So I think it's helping me to not feel as alone, knowing that you guys are figuring it out too on the daily.
Yeah.
I think all women, because I feel like we want to have careers, we want to be seen, and we want our voices to be heard. In order for us to do that, we have to be role models,
Yes.
and we have to make those sacrifices, I guess, just for our goals, our careers,
The sacrifices are a lot more, I feel like, for mothers. I'm just gonna say it.
I think so too. Having to
100%.
physically
Yeah.
carry, birth, feed after, like everything that
Their
the
school
moms have
stuff.
to do. And then I feel like a lot of the moms too, not only do they work, but they're also the ones taking care of the entire family, the household.
Cleaning, laundry.
Yeah.
I know.
We got to keep it all together. If we just let it all go, I mean, who would?
Well, we couldn't think. I think that's like something like, like you have to have a clean space to be able to
Yep.
think, to like be able to manage like all the stuff, And so, yeah, you just have to make that space clean because, or, you're going to have an anxiety, a panic attack, or, just like, be like, oh, this is just too much because we are doing way too much,
Oh,
And
100%.
So, yeah, our kids are going to have an amazing life.
And yeah, it's not forever. And that's all I
Yes.
always have to tell myself. Like, this is a temporary thing. So just work through it, work really hard. And your kids will remember a happy family. Hopefully they'll get your business when they're 18 or 20. They'll be a part of the business. And it'll be a great thing that you did.
I actually got a shirt made for my daughter at the grand opening for Pine. And on the back, it said future Catalyst team member.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cute.
I made Emma like a little Finest Farms t-shirt and she is so obsessed with it right now. And every morning when I try to get her dressed, it's like a fight because she's like, my Finest Farms shirt. I'm like, no. Yes. Oh yeah. She's like her dad's biggest supporter. Every time she sees this logo anywhere, she like goes crazy for it. I'm like, oh, I love it. They really are little sponges. Everything they see us do, they want to copy.
I know. My daughter's my biggest fan.
Yeah, the little Catalyst logo. she drew on
can I
your-
show it? I'm going to show it.
Please show it.
Yes. So she was asked to do a family portrait in school. We look a little crazy, but she made the little Catalyst sign
So
on my
cute.
shirt. Perfect.
You're always wearing it.
Yes, and she'll even put on her clothes and walk out in her little Catalyst shirt. I look like mommy today. I'm gonna go to my I'm like, but you can't wear that shirt to school.
Emma has like a large variety of brand t-shirts already for how small she is.
That's so cute.
Great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love
That's
it.
cute.
I also love that we're all aware of that balance that we're trying to create. Like, we all know how crazy this industry is and how hard we are working, but we're instilling like that work ethic in our children. And also it sounds like all of us are being conscious and aware that like, hey, we need the quality time with our children. And I think that's so just beautiful to know that, collectively we're all facing those same challenges.
Yeah,
I think we were
100%
mom guilt.
grateful.
Yeah. Mom guilt just kills me.
I've never
every-
felt so seen with so many people like
Yes,
having
like
the
you
same
do.
experience. I was like, wow, I need mom friends because wow, I felt not exactly like alone, but like, wow, who else feels like me? Because it's overwhelming and you just love your kids so much and you want to do the most for them, but you also want to do the most for your business. And it's like, there's other people out there, you guys, going through the same thing.
When you're nursing your baby, just text me. I'll be awake. I'm there, girl.
I start feeling alone sometimes only because of how busy I get. I don't even have time for friends.
Yeah.
I'm just in my work mode, mom mode, do it again the next day. Once the weekend comes, I have laundry, I have dishes, I just have things to get done and I'm never thinking about me time with friends. So this is definitely super amazing to be a part of today. You guys are all so amazing. This is really cool to even be a part of this. So
Agree.
I think like being in the cannabis community too, and like having a cannabis job, like your friends are like who you see at sessions and stuff, It's like totally like, it's like really awesome that we have that, community vibe, and I know Catalyst does so many things for, obviously you have like a turn puff and paint for all the employees like next door and stuff, it's like so awesome. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm like really grateful for is to like work in the cannabis community and you know, now obviously I've met all you, you now know more about you. I've known Korinna for
We did the first event, the tattoo event.
Yes, we did.
That was
I
super
know.
fun.
I'm like, I still have mine. I
mine.
know.
That was fun. That was fun. I'm just super grateful too to have bosses that are so patient with me. I feel so bad sometimes, but I'm like, I have to be home with my daughter. I'm so sorry, you know. But Elliot has always been so super supportive of mothers and, you know, what our needs are. So I'm just so grateful that, you know, I get that support and I get that back from the people above me.
Yeah, me too. I was so scared when I was having my baby. I'm like, how am I going to do this? We're always at work. So being able to work from home and still maintain my position.
Yeah.
Artist
work with
block,
us.
though.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you want
definitely a
it.
blessing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you do such a good job at it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like, I think that that's like something that we all have to understand. If like we're really good at our jobs and we love our jobs, and like no one can replace us.
Yeah.
You know, like a way. You know, I guess that's hard to say, but I just want to say, you know, I have a team member right now who's pregnant, and she's like an amazing worker, and whatever happens, and you know, it's just like I just want her to know that she's supported. She's about to have a kid. We all have been there. It's not an easy thing.
I
you
have
know?
one too. She's already.
Yes, it's such. And you want to give them that support and to like let them know that they're like loved, you know, and because
she's
like
not
no
a
matter,
burden or
yeah,
you
and
know,
it's
a
totally
problem.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, because like I know I totally hid my pregnancy with my last one forever, you know, because I was like, I didn't want people to know and how like buyers would act around me. So I like basically waited until I was like 7 months. And then I was like, oh, okay, I have to tell.
I was doing it all the way up until I was 8 months.
Yeah.
They were by the end though, they were telling me to stop going on deliveries. So what? I'll go. I'm just in the car.
You're an easy lick.
Oh.
Go get that
Like,
pregnant
just
girl.
stay here, okay?
Yeah.
Fill orders, take calls. So, yeah, I worked all the way up until it was almost time.
I did too.
I did too. I worked all the way up until my due date.
I was before my surgery. I'm like, hey guys, all right, I'm turning on my email.
I was right before I pushed my second son out. I was posting on Instagram that we were live at Jungle Boys. Swear to God.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's like real. That's
Dude,
real.
yeah. I didn't realize like how crazy that really was at the time, but like thinking about it now, I was like, wow, I was like on my phone, like about to push my baby out, just posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess it shows how important your Highness is to me.
Yes.
Good. That's cool. That's great.
The day after our baby girl was born, she was born at home, and so we're laying in bed, things are great, and all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, I have a legal meeting right now. And so I'm like on Zoom nursing my baby. I'm like, and looking back, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, why would I be hopping on a Zoom? But it just, even when you have a baby, like your brain doesn't stop, you know? And I really tried so hard, especially with my second, to like just soak in like those sweet early days, weeks, months. But like after a month and a half, it was like my brain was just like, we have got to get back to work.
Yeah, I think when they're like the first couple months are so easy too because
Oh,
all
yeah.
they do is sleep.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Put them in a carrier, you know, like
I
catching
know
up.
for a while I thought I could go right back to work. I texted my boss. She was only 3 weeks. I'm like, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to do that.
There was like,
And he was like,
rest.
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, gosh, all right, fine. That's a lot.
Yeah, did we just get paid leave? Like, I feel like how long ago? Like, when did California give paid leave for moms? I forget. I like saw it on Instagram the other day. It's pretty recent or whatever. But yeah. You guys don't know.
I don't know.
I think like 5-10 years ago. I think it might have been 5 to 10. So that means our parents, like when our moms gave birth to us, like they didn't have paid leave. I don't think they have paid family leave like they have now. It's crazy.
Well, I was getting paid just cash back then, so there was no paid leave.
Yeah, I get that, you know, just like for when I had my, I mean, that's like the whole thing. That's why I didn't say, I'm like, what is going to happen after I have my baby? Like, how am I still going to work, you know? And
It's so hard. Like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do to survive? We still have bills.
we still have bills and I have to make my product, you know? But yeah, I worked it out. Just put him on my back. I don't know if I can say that.
It's fine. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I do love though that we're all here and start wanting to make a name for ourselves, not just being kind of hiding behind the scenes and building the foundation of the organizations, but actually like we're here. And I think after you have a baby, you give birth or you go through the trauma of C-sections and you experience that, you're like, I'm like a superhuman. Like men could not go through that and run their business at the same time,
No way.
so.
Nope.
So.
They get the man flu. They're in bed all day long. They don't want to do nothing. We power through it all.
Sympathy cramps. Oh man.
It was like a comparison when I was pregnant. I was like, my back hurts. My back hurts. I'm like, tired. I'm tired.
Like, you are not tired, sir. No.
I think it's like so hard, like when you have your period and having to work. It's like seriously, like the sports 20. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna come. It's like, and I have a 4-day like in-person event. How am I gonna do this? Like, oh my god, it all worked out. I got it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
those hormones are real.
Dude, those hormones are real.
After the baby.
Ugh,
That was like the good thing about being pregnant. I was like, I don't have my period.
I know.
So nice.
And you don't get the headaches. You don't get like the whole like depleting.
Both of my pregnancies were really good.
It's like amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Mine was just, I felt like it was so hard.
My doctor was like, you can't tell other pregnant women this. I'm like, okay, cool.
I know.
My first pregnancy was like that. And I don't know if it was the baby boy and the testosterone and something balancing him out, but I was just like glowing and so just calm, like just so happy. And then my little girl came and it was like complete opposite. Like it was just rough.
They say the girl takes it out of you.
I know I did well.
Totally.
Not my angel.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to be the biggest, I say this every time that somebody asks me, the biggest cannabis lifestyle brand in the world. That's my goal. Oh, thank you. But yeah, that's my goal. I'm shooting for the stars. And we're not stopping until we take over.
Yes, I love that.
We're going to keep working hard. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to do the most. We're already in 6 states now. We just launched in Nevada. We are in Oklahoma. We have a deal in Michigan. We're applied for a license in New York. We are launching in Massachusetts in June, which is next month. Oh my God. And California. I mean,
That's a lot of travel.
Oh, my husband's never home.
Yeah.
I don't get to go to everything. We do take the kids to Nevada and Vegas because it's just a hop, drive, 3-hour drive. So we go to Vegas with them all the time, but like I'm not able to go to the other states because I have the kids, and that's the sacrifice that I have to make because I have them, and I don't really do overnights with other people, and they're still young. But he's got it. He's doing it. He's doing the most. We have great teams in other states, like phenomenal teams. We're so lucky.
Nice to hear.
We're gonna keep going. Florida, we're looking at you, Florida. Hopefully they're next.
I think my vision for the future of cannabis, at least when it comes to women and mothers, is to just kind of change that narrative. And, I've had a few crazy experiences. I hope nobody from my daughter's school sees this. They definitely still do judge us 100%. If they see me wearing something, weed related, it can definitely make me out to be a bad mom just because I work in this industry. So I would really love for the future of cannabis to just be more open-minded, more casual, more accepting, and knowing just because, she works in the cannabis industry, that doesn't mean that I'm a bad mom. And that, it's a real job, and I'm not always high, and I am still fully capable of being a good mom, whether I'm, it doesn't matter what I do. I could still, make things happen, and I would love for it to go in that direction.
Yeah, I absolutely love that, and will agree. I hope that the industry as a whole is kind of brought into like that wellness space versus just cannabis on its own kind of remote island, or just that stigma or judgment like that you're experiencing.
I've tried to
in-
normalize it a
in
lot in my
motherhood.
family because I'm
Yes.
like, it's disappointing the way that alcohol is glorified
Yeah.
and cannabis is looked down upon, and it's
Or what
so
about
crazy.
just pharmaceuticals?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
You know, like it's totally okay to watch your kid on totally pharmaceuticals and drink wine, have your cocktail, but just cannabis is like totally looked down upon,
Not think twice about the prescription or antibiotic, but
cocktail.
Oh, yeah. Well, one quick little story. My daughter had a whole breakdown because I could not go to her school and talk on career day. They wouldn't let me.
Oh really?
Oh, no.
Can't you just be the general manager of a retail location? I mean,
These kids ask very detailed
Okay.
questions.
What do you sell?
how much for an eighth?
Flour.
It was so hard. It was so hard for me to have to try to explain that to her, and she definitely doesn't understand right now, but she will understand in the future. And by that time, I hope it's more normalized and she can look back like, oh, Mom, you should have just went up there and
owned it.
talked about it. But
Yeah.
I think that's why it's been kind of harder for me to make mom friends, because just like
100%.
I have been hiding for so long that I do cannabis. I have a cannabis company. It just never doesn't come out, and I don't share who I really am with with regular moms at school, especially at school, because my kids are at a very for our area a very prestigious school. So I don't want to tell anybody, which is sad. I didn't,
just
but I
don't
didn't
talk to
I
anyone
didn't
now.
think about it like that.
I always pick her up. I'm in my work stuff, and I just mind my business, pick her up, and keep going. So that's how it's been so far with her starting school. Hopefully it changes in the future, but
I haven't had to deal with that with mine being so small. I feel like everyone knows what I do.
Yeah.
Most people are like, "Oh, can you get me something?" You know.
it has gotten more like that though, or
Yeah,
even just my neighbors, or even family members that I never knew even touched it. All of a sudden, I'm like, Auntie. Okay.
I love it. But that's part of the normalization,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
We should be able to bring cannabis goods just like we can bring alcohol to any of these events.
Exactly.
I feel like living in Humboldt, I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm way too open about it, actually, just because it's just so normal. Like everybody grew, and so I don't want to say, but everyone smelled like pot too, because you're drying it. So, and so grateful for my older kid. He went to a school where it was, I never feared of anything like that, and they supported, just the idea of Space Jam because my son was going there and stuff. But my other son, it's a different world. Obviously, we're not in the traditional market world and Prop 215 anymore. So like that, and so now we're on the other side, and it is a little bit different, and I can't be as open as I was, but a lot of parents recognize me in my town, and or teachers and stuff, because I've been there for so long. It's a small town, so that's pretty cool.
The candy lady.
Yeah,
candy
like,
lady.
you got
I'm
some
gonna call you
gems?
that every time now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Candy lady. That's cute.
oh my god.
But like meeting you all, it's like everyone takes so much pride in their work ethic and what they're building, and like we should have that same pride in sharing the space that we're in and what we do. And I've felt that same kind of resistance of like, okay, should I really tell this mom, that I'm talking to, that we have a cannabis brand, or should I wrap it up with like, oh, but it's a lifestyle brand, and and you kind of dabble instead of just like really owning it and being so proud of what we're building.
Yeah, we have to be proud. I really think,
because ultimately we are, and we can talk about it freely here about the challenges and everything we're experiencing. So
I want it to change. I want people this is a job, and I'm here to be of service. Weed for the people.
Yeah.
But it's like medicine for the people. And I just really want to say that's awesome, and I I see that change is going to come in that. And I feel like it's like starting, that hemp, the Delta 9, right?
Yes.
I feel like, I don't know. It's bridging some gaps, and hopefully it's destigmatizing it on a different level, because people are still weird about going to dispensaries and stuff, but they should not be. It's totally safe. And that's where, but so I really, we're going to be changing here soon.
I sure hope so. Federal legalization. I'm waiting for that. I can't wait for that. I know.
Want to go to a restaurant and order Space Jam?
Oh my
Yes.
Blackberry.
I know.
That'd be so amazing.
Right?
Yes.
With little Space Gems on the bottom.
Ooh.
Stick them through a boba straw.
Yeah.
And Space Jam bobas.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And Becky, I am like so inspired even hearing that like all these states that you guys are entering.
I know, that's
It's
amazing.
such a wild
So cool.
ride.
Yeah.
And so
Whoa.
like, even us to kind of be on that tail end, like just hearing you talk and your excitement is so inspiring. Like we obviously we're doing really well in California. We just launched in Arizona, and then Florida's next. And so it's like all of a sudden I'm like, wait, how did we get here? Like how did this thing just kind of explode? And so I'm so happy for your success.
Thank you. You too as well.
It's like
That's
really
awesome.
everyone's success at this table, but it's neat.
Thank you
How
so much.
long has Turn been around?
We launched first product in stores September of, what year is it? 22.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you so
such a
much.
big
It's been
success.
that
That's
long
awesome.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are all inspiring me. I want to start my own company now tomorrow.
Let's go.
Gotta get in there.
Yeah. So, yeah, going on 2 years,
You're going
a
on
little
to-
over a year and a half.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Amazing.
The other states are super fun. I find them to be more fun than California.
Mm.
The support that we get because we're a California brand
Yes,
is
yes,
like
yes.
huge.
Really?
Like,
wow, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like here, California, cutthroat. Other states, they're very welcoming, and they like want a California style brand to like come and do our thing there. And it works. It's been working really well, especially in Vegas. I love Vegas. I love going to Vegas. Shout out to Vegas and all of my girls. That is my favorite partnership, and it's all women.
Oh.
I love that. I am born and raised
Probably
in
doing
Vegas.
the best.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, born and raised Vegas. Been in California 5 years. I'm really loving Southern California, but I'm born and raised. Yep. I went to UNLV as a cheerleader. Yep. So I love my hometown.
Sounds like we're gonna need to take a Vegas trip.
Yes.
I know. I was like, maybe we'll
Come
do
with
this
you.
again next year,
Yes.
but
In Vegas.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Putting it on the calendar.
Put it on the calendar.
You know, and then I would say more for our brand, something I'm extremely passionate about is bringing people together and community. Historically, philanthropy has my heart. I did a lot of volunteer work in Haiti and Honduras. And so building this brand, my husband always used to say like, hey, let's actually like build a company, make money where you can truly make an impact. And I didn't care. I always wanted to throw somebody $10, $20, constant donations. And so now I'm really excited to really try to build out this Turn Gives Back program and actually get back to things that fulfill me versus just being behind the scenes and like working in the books on the computer. So that's something that, for the future of our brand that I really hope to build out is just that Turn Gives Back, and then partner with dispensaries doing or retail accounts, doing local events, and then even through like e-com, having consumers have the ability to choose what area they want to donate to, whether that's children, animals, or back to the environment. So I'm excited to kind of start spearheading those and get back to what fills me versus just the day-to-day fires that you guys all know pop up every day, all day.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to
Congratulations.
everybody on their amazing success and your beautiful children and being the best moms. And happy early Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Today we are highlighting women and mothers in the workplace. Myself, I know how hard it can be challenging. Motherfucker. Sorry, guys.
So do exactly what you did, and then just like, we're going to introduce ourselves starting with over there.
Perfect.
No, I love how you put that on me.
You noticed. I did that.
Thank you.